Picture this. Sarah signed her divorce settlement at 10 p.m. after a 12-hour mediation marathon. 2 months later, she discovered her ex hadn't disclosed a $180,000 retirement account. That signature cost her $90,000. Every year, thousands of people sign settlement agreements they haven't fully understood and pay for it for decades. Today, I'm showing you exactly what to check before you sign anything. A divorce settlement agreement, also called a marital settlement agreement or separation agreement, is your roadmap for dividing everything from your marriage. It covers who gets what, who pays what, and how you'll co-parent if you have kids. Once a judge approves it, this becomes a court order. In the US, it becomes part of your final divorce decree. In England and Wales, it becomes a consent order. Either way, it's legally binding and extremely difficult to change later. This is general information, not legal advice. Laws vary significantly by state and country. Please talk to a qualified family lawyer or mediator before you sign anything. Every comma matters in these documents. Every word can impact your finances and your children's lives for years. So let's dive into what you need to check. First rule, never sign without full financial disclosure. This means you've seen everything. And I mean everything. In the US, you should have received a sworn financial affidavit, 3 years of tax returns, all bank and investment statements, retirement account statements including 401ks and IRAs, stock options, restricted stock units, any deferred compensation, cryptocurrency holdings, business valuations if either spouse owns a business. In the UK, specifically England and Wales, you need Form E disclosure, which includes all pension valuations, ISAs and investment accounts, company shareholdings, property valuations. If something feels missing, stop. Undisclosed assets can void your agreement years later, but proving non-disclosure gets harder over time. Ask specifically, have I seen statements dated within the last 60 days for every account? Next, check how assets are actually divided. This varies dramatically by location. In the US, 9 states follow community property rules. That's a 50-50 split of marital assets. The other states use equitable distribution, meaning fair but not necessarily equal. Look for clear language about which assets are separate property, like premarital assets or inheritances. How retirement accounts will be divided. You'll need a QDRO. That's a Qualified Domestic Relations Order for most US retirement plans. In the UK, you'll need a pension sharing order or pension attachment order. Critical point. The name on the title doesn't determine ownership in divorce. Your agreement must specify who pays which debts. Look for hold harmless or indemnification language. This means if your ex doesn't pay a debt they're supposed to, they have to reimburse you if creditors come after you. Make sure the agreement addresses credit card debt, who pays each card, auto loans, mortgages, personal loans, tax liabilities. And crucially, does it require closing joint accounts? Without this, your ex could rack up new debt in your name post-divorce. For child support, check if the amount matches your state or country's guidelines. Most U.S. states have online calculators. Deviations from guidelines need specific justification. For spousal support, also called alimony or maintenance, verify exact monthly amount, start and end dates. Is it modifiable or non-modifiable? Termination triggers, remarriage, cohabitation, death, cost of living adjustments. Tax-wise, remember, in the U.S., alimony for divorces after 2018 isn't deductible for the payer or taxable to the recipient. Who claims children as dependents each year? How you'll handle the mortgage interest deduction if keeping the marital home. If someone's keeping the house, your agreement needs buyout amount and deadline. How you'll determine value, specific appraisal process. Refinancing deadline to remove the other spouse from the mortgage. Who pays the mortgage, insurance, and maintenance until transfer? What happens if refinancing fails? If you're selling, specify listing date. How you'll choose the realtor? Minimum acceptable price. How proceeds are divided after costs. Vague parenting plans cause endless conflict. Your plan needs exact pickup and drop-off times and locations, holiday schedule for the next 2 years, minimum, summer vacation notice requirements, who holds passports, How you'll make medical and education decisions. Communication rules. When, how often, through which app. Look for right of first refusal clauses. If one parent can't watch the kids, must they offer the other parent time before hiring a sitter? Check relocation provisions. Can either parent move? How much notice? What distance triggers the provision? Include non-disparagement clauses and social media boundaries. Can your ex post photos of your kids? Can they discuss the divorce publicly? Finally, check the procedural stuff. Deadlines for every action: signing documents, transferring titles, refinancing. Default provisions. What happens if someone misses a deadline? Attorney fee provisions. Who pays if you have to enforce the agreement? Mediation requirements before returning to court. Watch for these 7 red flags that should stop you cold. 1. Waiving the right to further financial discovery when you haven't seen complete disclosure. Never waive what you haven't received. 2. As is asset division without current valuations. You can't fairly divide what you haven't valued. 3. Vague or one-sided relocation restrictions. If only one parent is restricted from moving, ask why. 4. Permanent, non-modifiable spousal support waivers when circumstances could change. What if you become disabled? What if your ex wins the lottery? 5. Aspirational parenting terms like parents will be reasonable or will communicate respectfully. These aren't enforceable. You need specific requirements. 6. Missing retirement division orders. No QDRO or pension sharing order means no retirement division, regardless of what the agreement says. 7. Any clause claiming to prevent future court modification of child support or custody. Courts retain jurisdiction over children's best interests. You can't contract that away. Quick geography lesson. Laws vary dramatically. In the US, California, Texas, and 7 other states are community property states. Everything acquired during marriage is 50-50. The remaining states use equitable distribution. The judge decides what's fair. Child support uses state-specific calculators. California's is different from New York's, which is different from Texas's. Know your state's formula. In the UK, England and Wales require a consent order to make your agreement binding. Without court approval, your agreement is just a piece of paper. Scotland has completely different rules. If you're in Scotland, much of this video won't apply. In both countries, agreements need court approval to be enforceable. Don't assume signing equals done. If you're experiencing domestic abuse, financial control, or coercion, please prioritize your safety. Contact your local domestic violence service before negotiating anything. In the US, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. In the UK, contact Women's Aid or Refuge. Never negotiate alone if you feel unsafe. Always meet in public places or with professionals present. Your safety matters more than any timeline. Already signed something you regret? You might have options, but time is critical. Agreements can sometimes be set aside for fraud or deliberate non-disclosure, duress or coercion, mutual mistake, unconscionability. But, and this is crucial, strict deadlines apply. Some jurisdictions give you just 30 days to challenge. Don't wait. Consult a lawyer immediately if you think you signed under pressure or without full information. Before you sign any settlement agreement, remember 3 things. First, verify complete financial disclosure. If you haven't seen it, don't sign it. Second, read every single clause. Understand what you're agreeing to. Third, get independent legal advice, or at least a mediator's review. The cost of review is nothing compared to the cost of a bad agreement. For official guidance, check your state judiciary website in the US, or visit gov.uk, http://gov.uk/family-law in the UK. If this helped you, please subscribe for more practical divorce guidance and co-parenting strategies. Drop a comment if you have questions. I read everyone. Remember, this document will govern your life for years. Take the time to get it right.